Okay, so the first thing we have is the cell cycle. This is the cell cycle. It's the process that the cell goes through. Every single cell goes through it. Reproduction, etc., etc. So the first thing it goes through it goes through a gap phase, the G1 uh, gap phase, and then there's an S phase which it goes through, and that's where it's replicating. And then it has another gap phase that it goes through as well. And then after that, it's going to go over here as the last part of that, cell division. Okay? And cell division is in multiple different ways depending upon what kind of cell, whether it's prokaryotic or eukaryotic. Right now, based on these terms, we're going to talk about eukaryotic. If it's a single celled organism, then it reproduces in a process called asexual reproduction. Also connected to asexual reproduction is mitosis, which is a process that only asexual single cell organisms that are eukaryotic, that also go through asexual reproduction, they also go through mitosis. Not prokaryotic, but eukaryotic process of division and replication. That is mitosis. Okay, but we go back now to cell division. And what do we have here? A tumor. Now, see, sometimes in cell division, what happens is a cell goes rogue. It kind of does its own thing. And that's what happens with tumors. Rogue cells kind of form, and they form a tumor. And that's obviously not a good thing. Cancer can erupt from that in many cases. And then we have a gap phase, and that's going back to kind of the first thing we talked about with the cell cycle and the beginning of the cell cycle. In these gap phases, sometimes they disobey the rules, and they'll go before they're supposed to go in the cell cycle. They'll kind of mix up the phases, and that's never a good thing. That's what happens with nonphenol. I hope I'm saying that right. I don't know, but that's what happens when a uh, a wrong signal is occurring and the steps are not taken in the right order. So we see how all these things kind of connect to each other, starting with the cell cycle and ending with different ways of reproduction, and how sometimes things can go wrong and how that can be problematic in the cell. All right, that's it. Thank you.